Hello, my name is Jason Gorski. I'm the Director of Winemaking and Viticulture here at DeLILLE Cellars in Woodinville, Washington. Talking a little bit about our Malbec Cabernet blend, which we've now trademarked Minuit. Minuit is a reference to midnight, and I like that name for this wine, as Malbec is just known for almost opaque black color, and we definitely have that with this cuvee. This wine started as a wine club only wine, so back in 2011 when we were just opened up our first retail location and just sort of dipping our toe into trying to have a wine club, but really establishing it for the first time. Founding winemaker Chris Upchurch and I were discussing some concepts for what we would do for wine club specific wines. And the original concept was basically that if we could showcase a new varietal, a new site, and if it didn't work, that we would blend it with something else. We were really happy with those initial efforts and found just when we were just tinkering, playing, and trying to discover a new wine that here in Washington State, at least with our vineyard sourcing and style here at DeLILLE, that blending in some Cabernet really added some depth and complexity. And the Cabernet allows this cuvee to carry oak particularly well. So that new oak can add some great complexity to this cuvee as well. So Malbec on its own is just this very, very generous wine, very dark in color, jam-packed with fruit up front. It reminds me of Syrah in a way, in that it can be just pure hedonism sometimes. I think that's where bringing Cabernet into this cuvee really helps to restrain that fruit, add a little bit of herbal complexity, make it more of a savory wine than just pure fruit. Nothing wrong with that, but I like a little bit of restraint in our wines. It's kind of become the style for DeLILLE to really go after balance above all. Every vintage we go and pick our favorite Cabernet to blend in, and then we'll actually on the bench top and quite literally in the cellar as we're building this cuvee, add in one barrel of Cabernet at a time until we feel like we've got just the right amount. Malbec for Minuit is sourced from the Red Willow Vineyard in the southwest corner of the Yakima Valley, Quintessence on Red Mountain, and Red Mountain Vineyard on Red Mountain. And the Cabernet, although the source can change vintage over vintage, is very frequently that original block on Red Mountain at Quintessence, which is planted just south of the Malbec, specifically planted with the intention to go into this cuvee. It's kind of crazy that we're 10 years later, that you draw it out on paper, and sometimes it works out. Malbec frequently goes along with grilled food, and this for as jam-packed and complex and deep as this wine is, it does match with pretty much anything that you'd have outside off the grill in the summertime months, and it's very, very food friendly any time of the year. So again, that generosity of fruit from the Malbec and the structure from the Cabernet, it's just you draw that out on page, it just sounds right, makes your mouth water, and it's just delivers every time.